But let's move from Bobby Jindal to a more popular Republican candidate, Ben Carson. Yes. Now, Ben Carson isn't exactly a politician, and he himself says that he doesn't know much about politics, but he does have a plan for how to be a good president.
I think that the people who do the best are the ones who know how to utilize experts around them.
Well, that makes sense. You don't have to know everything if you can just surround yourself with experts. There's just one problem. The experts Ben Carson surrounds himself with think that he's an idiot.
Ben Carson under fire after reports he's failing on foreign policy. A New York Times article quotes one of his national security advisors as saying Carson can't get one iota of intelligent information about the Middle East and needed weekly briefings on foreign policy so, quote, we can make him smart.
Well, that's just obvious, people. Of course, Ben Carson's advisors can't make him smart. You can't change his brain. That's a job for a neurosurgeon. It's the same way your barber always has a haircut. That's how it goes. Now, maybe you're surprised that the guy who thinks the pyramids are grain silos might not be that smart about foreign affairs, but let's not just take his advisor's word for it. Let's judge for ourselves.
Carson was asked on Fox News who he'd call first if the Paris attacks happened on his watch. He refused to answer 3 times.
Who would you call first? But who would you call first specifically? But can you tell us who you would call first, sir, on the international scene?
It's Ghostbusters! Come on! Everybody knows the right answer to that question! You could go to any African country and ask a little kid, who are you gonna call? He'd be like, Ghostbusters! And UNICEF, I'm hungry. So, he has no plan for war. The question is, does Carson have a plan for peace?
Dr. Ben Carson said, I don't have any problem with the Palestinians having a state, but does it need to be within the confines of Israeli territory? Is that necessary, or can you sort of slip that area down into Egypt?
Can't you just slip it into Egypt? Like, who does Ben Carson think? He thinks the Egyptians won't notice him just walking in with Palestine? Just like... This is insane. At this rate, I wouldn't be shocked to find out Ben Carson thinks the Gaza Strip is a titty bar in Vegas. Like, now the advisor who's calling Ben Carson stupid is no joke. He's a man named Duane Clarridge with 60 years of foreign policy experience, including a particularly shady stint at the CIA. And now he runs a private intelligence agency. It's so shadowy, it is literally called the Eclipse Group. Yeah, it's the #1 listing in the Yellow Pages for shady business. Right above Skullduggery Systems Limited and Casual Whistle with Hands in Pockets, LLC. So according to the New York Times, this guy's been advising Ben Carson on the debates, and now he's talking trash about Carson. Wow, I hope he's wearing a belt buckle, because here come the knives.
Well, this is your own advisor, Mr. Clarridge, saying that, in his words, you need weekly briefings, in his words, quote, to make you smart. One of your other advisors...
He's not my advisor. He is not my advisor.
Oh, that explains everything. This guy is not his advisor. Question answered. So what is he then?
He is a person who has come in on a couple of our sessions to offer his opinions about what was going on.
So, an advisor? You know, this guy isn't my drug dealer. He's just a man who comes to my apartment and shares his cocaine after I pay him. I don't think of myself as a surgeon. Just a guy people pay to stab their brain until they're healthy. And the craziest thing is the Carson campaign didn't just distance themselves from Clarridge. They did it in a pretty dickish way.
The Carson campaign says of Clarridge, he is coming to the end of a long career of serving our country. He is clearly not one of Dr. Carson's top advisors. For the New York Times to take advantage of an elderly gentleman and use him as their foil in this story is an affront to good journalistic practices.
I love how they do. They use the New York Times. Why would you say that about this senile old man? New York Times. These guys are heartless. And to be honest, I don't understand how it got to this. But for more on this, we go to senior political analyst Jessica Williams, everybody. Jess, after a 2-year relationship, not only is Carson acting like he doesn't know Clarridge, he's also calling him a senile old man.
Well, it's not so complicated, Trevor. This is what happens in a breakup. We've all been there. You meet somebody, you hit it off, you start getting really close, and then one of you says, hey, maybe I could be in your cabinet one day. And the next thing you know, you're picking out countries to invade together.
Well, that makes a lot of sense, Jessica, but then why are they airing out all their dirty laundry in public?
Oh, yeah, all it takes is one fight, and then he starts telling everyone that you don't know anything about the world and that you're helpless without him. And you're like, oh, yeah, really? Well, you never meant anything to me anyway. And technically, we weren't even together, so...
What? Jess, are we still talking about Ben Carson?
Who the is Ben Carson? Look, if Daryl wanted to be an item, he should have just said so instead of just stringing me along with DiGiorno and late night booty blasting. And now he's on Facebook talking about how great it is to be single and how for the first time he really feels so free. And it's like, really, Daryl? Really? You feel free right now? You're just gonna DM my best friend 3 days after we break up, even after we did that stupid hike in the Catskills together? Dude, I did a 3-mile hike with Daryl. 3 miles. I had granola for lunch, and that's not even a lunch. You know what? Why don't you take a handful of that granola and then just shove it up your ass, bro? Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Jessica, for that report on Ben Carson. Jessica Williams, everyone.